Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today is actually leg day. Surprise, first freaking leg day video on the channel, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Alright, with that being said, we're going to do some squats today, which as I mentioned previously, my knee had been tweaking for quite some time, so I have not squatted in quite a while. So we'll see how that goes. Now, little update on the truck I showed you guys last video. We got the 2026 Chevy Colorado Z71. If you guys may already know, the Chevy Colorado, or the more recent models, has a 2.7 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. With that being said, I went ahead and I ordered a K&N cold air intake, which should amplify the turbo spool and just give better airflow overall. And alongside that, I ordered a Boomba blow-off valve, which is essentially going to relieve pressure from the cold air intake after acceleration. Basically, the turbo is going to sound really nice. It's going to sound really crisp. We'll also get that nice, the whoosh from whenever I come off the throttle. And yeah, so pretty awesome stuff. Those will be coming in the mail sometime soon. Now, so far today, for breakfast, I had a little breakfast sandwich with 2 slices of avocado toast and a black coffee. Then after the fact, I went ahead, I had another breakfast sandwich, and then I had a donut and a Gatorade. So pretty good there. I just had half a cheesesteak as well. We're about to sip on our pretty hydrated with the water. So I'm feeling a good old leg day coming on, guys. I'm feeling a good old fashioned leg day coming on with some squats too. I say this and then I'm gonna like go there to squat and it's just been so long. I'm gonna feel terrible. I'm gonna be like so disappointed, but we're just gonna have to see, guys. Let's freaking do it. All right, guys. So we're busting out the Inzers for the first time in a while. I also got the squat shoes, but like, listen, like there's a little issue here, right, guys? So essentially those Inzers, I downsized when I got them. They were a size medium. Now, last time I squatted, when I used those, I couldn't get them off. So I'm not sure if we're gonna have to struggle with that today. I was like, actually, like I was struggling for so long, I almost took my car key and cut them off. But now that we got the new truck, my car key doesn't actually have like the key, you know what I mean? It's just like a button thing now. With that being said, guys, let's freaking do it.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through? Shining through.
Okay guys, good morning. It is the next day now. I tried recording this segment last night after the gym, but I was absolutely cooked and I wasn't making any sense. So I figured I would just wrap it up for the night, pick back up today, because that leg day, that was pretty good. All right, it was pretty good. It's early in the morning, so let me warm up, you would say, as you could call it. Let's warm up a little. So for starters, that set of squats, or well, that whole exercise, that whole session, let's just say, considering the fact that I hadn't squatted in so long, I think we did okay. But as you guys might have seen, I didn't really push any of the sets like to maximum failure. For example, that 405, I did it for a double, and it felt okay. It looked okay, but it's just like, I think, all right, I'm going to use a good analogy. So like in My Hero Academia, right? When Deku gets one for all, he has all this power, but he can't exert it. He can't use the power because his body will break. But he has the power within. So I weigh about 180 pounds, between 180 and 190, it fluctuates, and I'm about 6 foot tall. That stature is not usually benching 425 pounds and squatting 500 pounds. I just feel like I feel it so much more because of my body weight. Like, I believe strength is an intracellular thing. So like, although my muscles have the force available to produce and move certain types of weight, my actual body composition isn't on par with that. So while I can get under 400-pound bench, I'm going to feel it so much more in my tendons, and, you know, my lower back gets tweaking and my knees tweaking, like for a good example, the knee, right? So like, that's just a little something to think about there. Now as far as last night's squats, I could kind of tell right at 315, like my CNS was fried, right? And that's what I just said, kind of like the central nervous system. My body I don't have that foundation. Even though I can produce the force, my foundation is lacking in a sense, I guess you could say. So we definitely could make improvements there, get the body weight up a little bit, and that'll overall just make moving the weight feel so much better. Alongside like getting stronger, like you get stronger when you increase your body weight, but I also feel like you just have that much more to support the force that you're outputting, if that makes sense. I think that makes good sense. I think that makes perfect sense, actually. Another thing I immediately noticed, spinal erectors, guys. My spinal erectors are weak. And I'm noticing all this stuff right now because I haven't squatted in so long. I haven't really deadlifted, and very minimal benching. Like, very minimal. So I'm like kind of weak right now relative to like where I would be. But I could tell right away my spinal erectors and my core were not supporting the weight as well as they should have. So I kind of felt my lower back like tweaking, like as it was like hinging me, and I was like, this isn't good. Like, so we definitely got to focus on bringing up the spinal erectors. Definitely got to focus on bringing up that core stability. Build the foundation if we want to continue getting stronger. Although right now that's not like really the goal, because like we're going to be shredded for summer. So these are just some thoughts I had after squatting last night. But yeah, my all-time PR is 500 on squat. For deadlift, it's 525, and for bench, it's 425. Now, the bench was with the elbow wraps, and I know some people don't count that. So if you don't count that, we'll just say like 385 is like usually where I was. I never really prioritized maxing out bench without elbow wraps because I'm not like a power lifter. I just do this for fun. So like, I don't really know like exactly what I could do in a competition setting, but I still confidently can say when I'm frequently benching and that's a priority, I would say we could do 365 to 385 at my current body weight. Now, if I got to 200 pounds body weight, we're right back up there at 405, 425 range, you know what I mean? So with that being said, guys, that wraps up this video. Is there anything else I want to say? I think that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that freaking subscribe button, hit that comment button, and leave a freaking like in the comments down below. And I'll see you next time. Adios.